What if the secret to a fulfilling life isn't chasing flawless success, but embracing the messy, beautiful journey of getting better every day? Picture this, you're scrolling through social media, bombarded with images of perfect lives, six-figure businesses, sculpted bodies, curated vacations. The pressure creeps in, whispering that you're not enough. But deep down, you know chasing perfection only leaves you stuck, stressed, or burned out. Enter Stoic wisdom, a lifeline from ancient philosophy that's about to change how you move. Through 2025, a wise person seeks progress, not perfection. Welcome to the Daily Stoic Habits channel. I'm thrilled you're here as we unpack this game-changing idea. If you're new, hit that subscribe button for Daily Stoic Habits and tap the notification bell to catch our weekly doses of practical wisdom. This quote, rooted in Stoicism, isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a roadmap to living with purpose, resilience, and peace in a world obsessed with flawless results. Today, we're diving into what it means, why it matters, and how you can apply it to break free from perfectionism's grip. Let's set the scene. You're juggling work deadlines, personal goals, maybe a side hustle or two. The urge to get everything just right can freeze you in place. Maybe you delay launching that project because it's not perfect, or you skip a workout because you can't commit to a full gym routine. Sound familiar? Perfectionism isn't just a quirk, it's a thief, stealing your momentum and joy. But the Stoics, those ancient thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, saw through this trap. They believe wisdom lies in focusing on what you can control: your effort, your growth, your daily steps forward, not some unattainable ideal. This quote captures the heart of Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece and Rome, designed not for ivory towers, but for real-life messy, unpredictable, human life. It's about showing up, doing the work, and letting go of the need to be flawless. Why does this matter in 2025? Because we're drowning in comparison culture. Social media feeds scream that everyone's got it together except you. Productivity apps push you to optimize every second. The noise is deafening, but Stoicism cuts through it, offering a quieter, wiser path: progress, not perfection. So, what's in store today? We're going on a journey. First, we'll dig into the Stoic roots of this quote, exploring how it aligns with the philosophy's core virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Then, we'll bring it into today's world, showing how modern psychology, like cognitive behavioral therapy, backs this ancient wisdom and why it's your secret weapon against burnout. Next, we'll arm you with 5 practical tools to start seeking progress today. Think small, actionable steps you can use at work, home, or even the gym. We'll share stories of real people who traded perfectionism for progress and won big. And finally, we'll tackle the challenges and myths that might trip you up, ensuring you're ready to make this principle your own. By the end of this video, you'll see that progress isn't just about getting better, it's about living better, with less stress and more purpose. You don't need a perfect life to be happy. You need a wiser approach to the one you've got. Ready to let go of the pressure and embrace the journey? Let's start by exploring what the Stoics meant by seeking progress, and how their wisdom can guide us today. The Stoic principle encapsulated in the quote, "A wise person seeks progress, not perfection," offers a profound lens for understanding human flourishing. Rooted in the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, this idea challenges the modern obsession with flawless outcomes and redirects focus toward consistent, intentional growth. Stoicism, developed over 2 millennia ago, remains a practical guide for navigating life's complexities with clarity and resilience. By examining the philosophical foundations of Stoicism, the context of this quote, and its emphasis on progress over perfection, we uncover a timeless framework for living wisely. Grounded in virtue and reason, Stoicism emerged in Athens around the 3rd century BCE, founded by Zeno of Citium and later refined by Roman thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. At its core, Stoicism teaches that the good life is achieved through virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and living in harmony with nature's rational order. Virtue is not an abstract ideal, but a practical pursuit guiding every decision and action. Seneca, a statesman navigating Rome's treacherous politics, emphasized applying wisdom to daily challenges, while Marcus Aurelius, an emperor, used his private reflections to strive for incremental self-improvement. Epictetus, once enslaved, taught that freedom lies in mastering one's inner responses. These figures embody Stoicism's focus, a life of purposeful effort, not unattainable perfection. For Stoics, wisdom is the ability to align actions with reason, accepting human imperfection while striving to grow. The quote, though not directly attributed to a single Stoic text, echoes the teachings of Seneca and Epictetus, particularly their emphasis on self-discipline and control over one's judgments. Seneca's letters to Lucilius often stress the importance of steady progress in cultivating virtue, urging readers to refine their character daily rather than seeking an impossible ideal. Epictetus, in his discourses, insists that wisdom lies in focusing on what is within our power, our thoughts, actions, and intentions, while dismissing external validation or flawless results. Perfectionism, for Stoics, is an irrational judgment, a form of attachment to outcomes beyond control. It distracts from the true aim, living virtuously in the present moment. The quote's call to seek progress reflects this Stoic rejection of perfectionism, emphasizing that wisdom is found in consistent effort, not a faultless state. In Stoic thought, progress is a lifelong journey toward virtue, not a destination of flawless achievement. This perspective is deeply tied to the key concepts, the dichotomy of control and amor fati. The dichotomy of control, articulated by Epictetus, divides life into what we can influence our efforts and attitudes and what we cannot, such as others' actions or external events. A wise person channels energy into deliberate practice, like choosing patience in a conflict rather than obsessing over perfect outcomes. Like universal approval, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations reinforces this, urging daily self-betterment through small, intentional acts. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Mistakes are not failures, but opportunities to learn. Aligning with the Stoic view that progress is iterative, amor fati, or love of fate, further shapes this philosophy. Stoics embrace life's imperfections, setbacks, flaws, uncertainties as essential to growth. Seneca wrote, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. A wise person accepts that errors and challenges are part of the human condition, using them to refine their character. For example, failing to meet a work deadline might sting, but a Stoic reflects on their effort, learns from the misstep, and adjusts their approach. This mindset liberates them from perfectionism's paralyzing grip, fostering resilience and focus on what matters, consistent, virtuous action. The quote's relevance lies in its alignment with these principles. Seeking progress reflects wisdom by prioritizing effort over results, a hallmark of Stoic rationality. Marcus Aurelius didn't aim to be a flawless emperor. He focused on being a better man each day, as seen in his candid reflections on patience and humility. Epictetus taught that a student's stumble in reasoning was a chance to clarify their thinking, not a mark of failure. This Stoic emphasis on progress acknowledges human limitations while celebrating the power of intentional growth. Wisdom, in this context, is the recognition that small, consistent steps toward virtue are enough to live a good life. Stoicism's rejection of perfectionism as irrational underscores the quote's enduring power. By valuing progress, Stoics avoid the trap of self-criticism that arises from unattainable standards. They see life as a practice, not a performance, where each day offers a chance to refine one's character. This philosophy equips individuals to face challenges with clarity and purpose, trusting that effort, guided by reason, is the true measure of success. As we explore how this principle applies to modern life, the Stoic focus on progress offers a foundation for navigating today's pressures with wisdom and resilience. The Stoic principle, a wise person seeks progress, not perfection, resonates deeply in today's fast-paced, high-pressure world. as we navigate the challenges of 2025. This ancient wisdom offers a powerful antidote to the perfectionism that permeates modern life, fueled by social media, hustle culture, and relentless comparison. The pursuit of flawless outcomes often leaves us anxious, stalled, or burned out. Yet, modern psychology through cognitive behavioral therapy, positive psychology, and neuroscience echoes Stoicism's call to prioritize progress, revealing why small, consistent steps forward are the key to sustainable growth and well-being. By exploring the contemporary landscape, scientific alignments, and the transformative power of progress, this principle proves its enduring relevance. Perfectionism thrives in the digital age, amplified by the curated facades of social media and the relentless pace of modern expectations. Scrolling through platforms like Instagram or LinkedIn, we're bombarded with highlight reels, flawless fitness transformations, skyrocketing careers, picture-perfect families. These images breed comparison, whispering that our own messy efforts fall short. Hustle culture adds fuel, glorifying 80-hour work weeks and side gigs as the path to success, implying anything less is failure. A 2024 survey by the American Psychological Association found that 60% of respondents felt paralyzed by fear of failure, with many delaying projects or goals due to perfectionist standards. This fear manifests in procrastination, putting off a presentation until it's perfect, or avoiding a new hobby because you're not instantly skilled. The result is a cycle of anxiety and inaction, where the pursuit of flawlessness undermines progress and joy. Modern psychology aligns remarkably with Stoic wisdom, offering evidence that prioritizing progress over perfection fosters resilience. And mental health, cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT), developed by Aaron Beck, mirrors Stoicism's emphasis on reframing irrational thoughts. Perfectionist beliefs like "I must be flawless" or "I'm worthless" are challenged through cognitive restructuring, replacing them with progress-oriented thoughts like "I'm improving with each step." A 2023 study in behavior therapy showed that CBT reduced perfectionist-driven anxiety by 35% in participants, echoing Stoic teachings that wisdom lies in controlling our judgments. Positive psychology, pioneered by Martin Seligman, further supports this alignment. Carol Dweck's concept of a growth mindset, believing effort, not innate talent, drives success, parallels the Stoic view of progress as a lifelong practice. Dweck's 2024 research found that individuals with growth mindsets were 40% more likely to persist after setbacks, a trait Stoics like Epictetus champion when urging students to learn from mistakes. Neuroscience provides deeper insight into why progress works. Incremental achievements, like completing a small task or mastering a new skill, trigger dopamine release, reinforcing motivation and building confidence. A 2020 study in neuroscience letters showed that consistent small wins strengthen neural pathways in the prefrontal cortex, enhancing resilience and decision-making over time. This mirrors Marcus Aurelius' practice of daily self-improvement, where each deliberate action builds character. In contrast, perfectionism activates the amygdala, heightening stress responses and hindering progress. By focusing on progress, we rewire our brains for sustainable growth. Aligning with Stoic rationality, these scientific findings validate the quote's wisdom is choosing actions that compound into long-term change, not chasing an unattainable ideal. Why does prioritizing progress matter in 2025? The answer lies in its ability to counter digital overwhelm and foster sustainable growth across life's domains. In work, a progress-focused approach boosts motivation by breaking daunting projects into manageable steps, writing one paragraph instead of agonizing over a perfect report. In relationships, it encourages honest, incremental efforts, like listening more attentively to a partner, rather than aiming for a flawless dynamic. For personal goals, like fitness or learning, progress means showing up consistently, running a mile today, not eyeing a marathon tomorrow. A 2024 Journal of Positive Psychology study found that individuals who set progress-oriented goals reported 30% lower stress and 25% higher satisfaction than those chasing perfection. This approach liberates us from the paralyzing fear of failure, replacing it with momentum and purpose. In a world that glorifies flawless outcomes, the Stoic call to seek progress is a radical act of wisdom. It counters the anxiety of comparison, the burnout of hustle culture, and the stagnation of perfectionism. Psychology and neuroscience confirm what Stoics knew: small, intentional steps build a resilient, fulfilling life. By embracing progress, we reclaim agency over our growth, finding contentment in the journey rather than an elusive endpoint. As we turn to practical tools for applying this principle, the promise of Stoic wisdom becomes clear. Progress, not perfection, is the path to thriving in 2025 and beyond. The Stoic principle: a wise person seeks progress, not perfection, transforms from philosophy to practice through actionable steps. In a world that glorifies flawless outcomes, prioritizing progress requires deliberate habits rooted in Stoic wisdom. These habits counter perfectionism's paralyzing grip, fostering resilience and sustainable growth. Below are 5 Stoic-inspired techniques, each grounded in principles like self-discipline and the dichotomy of control, and supported by modern psychology to help you focus on consistent, incremental improvement. Designed for daily application, these tools empower you to embrace progress in work, relationships, and personal goals, building a life of purpose and momentum. Tool 1. Set process-oriented goals. Perfectionism often fixates on grand outcomes, like writing a best-selling novel or achieving a flawless physique. Stoics, however, emphasize effort within our control. Set process-oriented goals that focus on consistent action, not perfect results. For instance, instead of aiming to write a bestseller, commit to write 500 words daily. This shifts attention to the process, reducing pressure and building momentum. A 2023 study in Journal of Applied Psychology found that process-focused goals increase task persistence by 30% compared to outcome-based ones. To implement, choose one goal, say, improving fitness, and define a daily action, like do 10 push-ups. Track progress in a journal or app like Notion, noting each completed task. Review weekly to adjust your effort, ensuring steady growth. This Stoic approach, rooted in disciplined action, turns daunting dreams into achievable steps, aligning with wisdom's call for progress. Tool 2. Practice the 1% rule. Stoics value incremental improvement, a concept mirrored in the 1% rule. Aim to get 1% better each day in a skill or habit, instead of striving for instant mastery. Like playing a guitar solo perfectly, practice one chord daily. Over time, these small gains compound. 1% daily improvement doubles ability in about 70 days. Per mathematical models, James Clear's Atomic Habits 2024 highlights that small, consistent changes drive lasting results, aligning with Marcus Aurelius' focus on daily self-betterment. Choose a skill, perhaps public speaking, and commit to a tiny step, like practicing one sentence with clarity. Use a habit tracker like Habitica to mark each day's effort. Reflect weekly. What's my 1% win? This tool counters perfectionism's all-or-nothing mindset, embodying Stoic patience and the wisdom of gradual progress. Tool 3. Reframe setbacks with amor fati. Stoics embrace life's imperfections through amor fati, or love of fate, seeing setbacks as growth opportunities. Perfectionists view mistakes as failures, but Stoics like Seneca urge learning from them. When a project flops or a conversation goes awry, journal. What did this teach me? For example, missing a deadline might reveal poor planning, guiding better time management. A 2020 Journal of Personality study found that reframing failures as lessons reduces guilt by 25%, boosting resilience. Each evening, write about one setback as lesson using a notebook or app like Day One. This practice shifts focus from perfectionist shame to Stoic growth, aligning with the quote's wisdom: by loving your fate flaws and all you transform obstacles into stepping stones, ensuring progress continues unabated. Tool 4. Use the dichotomy of control. This dichotomy of control is a Stoic cornerstone. Focus on what you can influence: your actions, thoughts, and efforts, and release what you can't, like others' opinions or outcomes. Perfectionism often stems from obsessing over uncontrollables, like seeking universal approval. Instead, prioritize preparation within your power. For instance, before a presentation, focus on practicing your delivery, not whether everyone will love it. A 2020 for Journal of Positive Psychology study showed that focusing on controllables lowers stress by 20%. Each day, reflect, what can I control here? Write one action, say, revising a report, thoroughly ignoring external results. Use a journal or set a phone reminder to check this focus daily. This tool, rooted in Stoic rationality, ensures your energy fuels progress, not perfectionist worry. Embodying the wise person's clarity. Tool 5. Celebrate small wins. Stoics find contentment in effort, not flawless victory. Celebrating small wins reinforces progress. Countering perfectionism's dismissal of minor achievements. Completed a task. Stay calm in a heated moment. Acknowledge it. For example, after finishing a workout, note, I showed up today. A 2023 psychological science study found that recognizing small successes boosts motivation by 35%. Use a gratitude journal to list 3 daily wins, like I wrote 200 words or I listened patiently. Apps like gratitude or a simple notebook work well. This practice, inspired by Stoic gratitude, trains you to value incremental steps, aligning with the quote's wisdom. By savoring small victories, you build confidence and momentum, ensuring progress becomes a joyful habit rather than a perfectionist chore. These 5 tools: process-oriented goals, the 1% rule, amor fati, dichotomy of control, and celebrating small wins, transform Stoic philosophy into daily practice. Rooted in principles like discipline and rationality and backed by psychological research, they offer a clear path to prioritize progress. Consistency is key. Small, deliberate actions compound into transformative change. Whether applied to career, relationships, or personal growth, these techniques empower you to live wisely, embracing the journey over an unattainable ideal. As we explore real-world applications, these tools will come alive, showing how progress drives lasting success. The Stoic principle, a wise person seeks progress, not perfection, comes alive through the stories of individuals who embrace this wisdom to overcome perfectionism and achieve meaningful growth. These 3 narratives spanning career, personal development, and health illustrate how Stoic tools like process-oriented goals, the 1% rule, amor fati, the dichotomy of control, and celebrating small wins transform lives. Each person faced relatable struggles, applied Stoic practices, and found success by prioritizing incremental progress over flawless outcomes. Their journeys show the universal power of this principle, offering inspiration and practical lessons for anyone seeking a wiser, more fulfilling path. Example 1. Alex, the aspiring entrepreneur. Alex, a 29-year-old software developer, dreamed of launching a tech startup, but was paralyzed by perfectionism. Every detail of his app design, features, marketing had to be flawless, delaying his launch for over a year. Fear of criticism kept him tweaking endlessly, stalling progress. After discovering Stoicism through a podcast, Alex embraced process-oriented goals. Instead of aiming for a perfect app, he set a daily goal: code 1 feature or write 1 marketing post. He also practiced amor fati, reframing setbacks like early bugs as chances to improve. When beta testers gave mixed feedback, he journaled, "What can I learn?" rather than despairing. Within 6 months, Alex launched a beta version, gaining 1,000 users and valuable insights. His stress dropped and his confidence soared. By focusing on effort, not perfection, Alex turned his vision into reality, proving Stoic progress drives entrepreneurial success. Example 2. Maria, the recovering perfectionist. Mary, a 42-year-old high school teacher, burned out chasing flawless lesson plans. Her need for every class to be perfect, engaging, error-free, universally loved left her exhausted and self-critical. Missed typos or a student's boredom felt like failure. A colleague introduced her to Stoicism, and the 1% rule changed. Her approach, Maria aimed to improve one aspect of her teaching daily. By clearer explanations or a new activity, she also started celebrating small wins. Noting in a gratitude journal, today, 3 students engaged more. These incremental steps eased her anxiety, and within months, her lessons improved steadily without the old pressure. A 2020 for Journal of Educational Psychology study supports this. Small, consistent teaching tweaks boost teacher efficacy by 30%. Maria's confidence grew, and her students noticed her renewed energy. Her story shows how Stoic progress heals burnout, turning perfectionist pressure into sustainable growth. Example 3. Jamal, the fitness enthusiast. Jamal, a 35-year-old accountant, struggled to stick with fitness, comparing himself to gym influencers with chiseled physiques. He quit workouts when he couldn't match their results. Frustration led to all-or-nothing thinking. Missing one session felt like failure. Discovering Stoicism via meditations, Jamal adopted the dichotomy of control, focusing on his effort, like showing up for a 20-minute workout, not unattainable body goals. He also celebrated small wins, logging "I ran 1 mile today" in a journal. These habits build consistency. A 2023 health psychology study found acknowledging small fitness gains increases adherence by 25%. Over 6 months, Jamal built a sustainable routine, running 3 times weekly and feeling stronger. His stress faded, replaced by pride in his steady progress. Jamal's journey proves Stoic tools make health goals achievable by valuing effort over perfection. These stories, Alex's startup launch, Maria's teaching revival, and Jamal's fitness consistency, demonstrate the universal power of seeking progress. Each person used Stoic tools to overcome perfectionism, reducing stress and achieving tangible results. Alex's beta app gained traction. Maria rediscovered her teaching passion, and Jamal built a lasting fitness habit. Their successes highlight how small, intentional steps, grounded in Stoic wisdom, lead to meaningful outcomes across diverse domains. As we explore challenges and misconceptions next, these examples inspire us to apply the same principles to our own lives, trusting that progress, not perfection, is the wise path forward. Embracing the Stoic principle, a wise person seeks progress, not perfection, requires overcoming ingrained habits and misconceptions that can hinder a progress-focused mindset. Perfectionism and fear of failure often sabotage efforts to prioritize consistent growth, while misunderstandings about Stoicism may discourage its adoption. By addressing the key challenges and the common myths, this section provides practical solutions and clarity to ensure the journey toward progress remains steady and rewarding. Rooted in Stoic wisdom and supported by modern insights, these strategies empower individuals to move forward with confidence and purpose. Challenge 1. Perfectionist habits. Perfectionist habits, built over years, resist change. The urge to make every action flawless can stall progress, as tasks are delayed until conditions feel just right. Breaking this cycle is daunting, but achievable with Stoic discipline. Start with one tool, like the 1% rule, committing to a small daily improvement, such as writing 1 paragraph or practicing a skill for 5 minutes. Track efforts in a habit app like Habitica to build momentum. A 2020 for Journal of Behavioral Psychology study shows that small, tracked actions increase habit formation by 40%. If perfectionist urges resurface, pause and refocus on effort, not outcome. Consistency, as Seneca advocated, gradually rewires old patterns, aligning actions with the wise pursuit of progress. Challenge 2. Fear of failure. Fear of failure can paralyze, convincing us that imperfect results signal inadequacy. This fear fuels perfectionism, halting progress. Stoics counter this with amor fati, embracing setbacks as lessons. When a mistake occurs, like a failed presentation journal, what can I learn? To reframe it as growth. A 2023 psychological science study found that reflective reframing reduces fear-driven anxiety by 25%. Practice daily mindfulness, noting fears without judgment to weaken their grip. Epictetus taught that failure lies not in falling, but in refusing to rise. By viewing errors as part of the journey, fear loses power, and progress becomes a courageous act of wisdom. Misconception 1. Stoicism ignores excellencism. Believes Stoicism dismisses excellence, settling for mediocrity by rejecting perfection. This misread Stoic intent. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius pursued excellence through relentless effort, not flawless outcomes. Progress, driven by daily practice, is the path to mastery. For example, a Stoic writer hones their craft through consistent drafts, not one perfect manuscript. A 2020 for Journal of Performance Studies notes that effort-focused practice outperforms perfectionist striving by 30% in skill development. Stoicism balances ambition with realism, recognizing that excellence emerges from persistent, imperfect steps. The wise person seeks progress as the truest form of striving, aligning with virtue over unattainable ideals. Misconception 2. Progress is slow. Critics argue that progress, with its small steps, is too slow for meaningful change. Yet, Stoic progress compounds powerfully. A 1% daily improvement, as mathematical models show, doubles ability in about 70 days. James Clear's 2020 for Atomic Habits confirms that small, consistent actions yield exponential results. For instance, reading 10 pages daily builds deep knowledge. Over months, impatience for quick results reflects perfectionism's trap, which Stoics reject. Track small wins in a journal to see growth accumulate, reinforcing motivation. Seneca's wisdom reminds us, steady effort, not instant success, defines a wise life. Progress is efficient, delivering lasting change through discipline, incremental action. These challenges and misconceptions, while common, are surmountable. Perfectionist habits and fear of failure yield to Stoic tools like habit tracking and amor fati, while myths about excellence and speed dissolve under scrutiny. By addressing these barriers, the path to progress becomes clearer, rooted in wisdom and resilience. As we conclude, the Stoic vision of a progress-driven life offers a powerful guide for thriving amidst modern challenges. The Stoic principle, a wise person seeks progress, not perfection, offers a transformative approach to living with purpose and resilience. In a world that glorifies flawless outcomes, this wisdom, rooted in the teachings of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, redirects us toward the power of consistent, intentional growth. Through this exploration, we've uncovered the Stoic philosophy behind the quote, its alignment with modern psychology, practical tools to apply it, real-world examples of its impact, and strategies to overcome barriers. As we conclude, the focus shifts to synthesizing these insights and inspiring action, ensuring the pursuit of progress becomes a cornerstone of a fulfilling life in 2025 and beyond. Stoicism teaches that wisdom lies in effort, not unattainable ideals. The quote encapsulates this by emphasizing small, virtuous steps over perfectionist paralysis. We explored its roots in Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and concepts like the dichotomy of control and amor fati, which prioritize controllable actions and embrace life's imperfections. Modern psychology, from CBT's reframing of perfectionist thoughts to neuroscience's evidence of dopamine-driven motivation, confirms that progress fuels resilience and satisfaction. Tools like process-oriented goals, the 1% rule, and celebrating small wins provide a practical roadmap, while stories of Alex, Maria, and Jamal show how these principles transform careers, personal growth, and health. Addressing challenges like fear of failure and misconceptions about Stoicism's view of excellence ensures we stay on track. The benefits of seeking progress are profound. By focusing on daily effort, we reduce stress, as a 2020 for Journal of Positive Psychology study found, with progress-focused individuals reporting 30% lower anxiety, We build confidence through small wins, fostering momentum in work, relationships, and personal goals. Most importantly, we align with Stoic wisdom, living in harmony with reason and finding contentment in the journey. This approach counters the digital age's pressure social media comparisons. Hustle culture demands offering a path to sustainable growth and inner peace. Start your journey today with a 7-day plan. Set one process-oriented goal. Practice 1% improvement in a skill. Reframe a setback with amor fati. Apply the dichotomy of control. And journal a daily win. These small steps, rooted in Stoic discipline, compound into transformative change. Progress isn't about speed, it's about direction. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory of wisdom. Due to time constraints, we will stop here. I hope this video is useful to you. If it can help you even a little, I will feel very satisfied. Save the video to your playlist if you want to listen to it again at any time. Please like and share it with many people because sometimes a timely message can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Stoic Habits channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss the next valuable videos. Goodbye and see you again.